The thing I wanted to emphasize is that it's not going to like sort of pounce on us overnight. You'll see it coming. It's going to be very slow. In fact, I really think that artificial general intelligence or digital superintelligence is likely to arrive before we have really advanced neural links. At least that's where the trend is right now. So, but ultimately, the idea would be to achieve a symbiosis between our biological mind and our kind of digital mind. So we're already kind of a cyborg if you think of like your phone and your computers as an extension of yourself. In fact, like if you leave your phone behind, it's like you have missing limb syndrome. You're like, where did it go? So the phone is a kind of an extension of ourselves. Like computer is. The various applications that we use are already an extension of self. So we are already a cyborg. It's just that the interface is with our eyes and our fingers. Yeah.
It won't just kind of jump on us overnight, which is what I wanted to stress. It will be very slow, and you will see it coming. In fact, based on current trends, I firmly believe that digital superintelligence or artificial general intelligence will likely emerge before we have very sophisticated neural connections. In the end, the goal would be to create a symbiotic relationship between our biological and digital minds. If you consider your computer and phone to be extensions of yourself, you're already somewhat of a cyborg. It's almost like having missing limb syndrome if you forget your phone. Where'd it go, you ask? Do you know? Therefore, the phone functions as a sort of extension of who we are. We already consider our computers and the programs we use to be extensions of ourselves. Therefore, we are already cyborgs. The interfaces are just with our fingers and eyes. This episode explores a number of fascinating subjects, including a Tesla employee's mistake that might cost him his job, the opening of a cutting-edge new school that aims to redefine educational paradigms, and a noteworthy achievement in Tesla's manufacturing capabilities with the company's 10 millionth drive unit. In addition to highlighting Tesla's continued impact in a variety of industries, each of these tales poses queries regarding the company's future course. We'll also look at Tesla's strategic standing in the EV market and consider their possible return to selling drivetrains to other manufacturers, which might change industry norms and partnerships. Join us as we examine the implications of these events for enthusiasts, investors, and the market at large. Remember to subscribe and click the bell symbol to get alerts for our most recent videos, which provide you with the most up-to-date and accurate Tesla news. Let's start with Neuralink and explore the fascinating Tesla news of the day. The brain implant company has successfully operated on a patient for the second time. Musk revealed that the procedure went incredibly well and that the electrodes are already receiving encouraging signals from the patient's brain during a special edition of Asterisk, the Lex Fridman podcast Asterisk. The second patient has over 400 active electrodes, which is an impressive accomplishment given that the first recipient, Arbok, only has roughly 100 functional electrodes due to technical difficulties. It's interesting to note that Neuralink was originally intended to have 1,024 electrode channels across 64 wires. Let's examine what's going on at Tesla in more detail now. The massive electric car manufacturer is presently creating more drive units than it requires for vehicle assembly, which is a rare form of production surplus. In addition to demonstrating Tesla's remarkable manufacturing prowess, this overproduction may be a sign of strategic stockpiling or readiness for future spikes in demand. This situation demonstrates Tesla's resilience, production efficiency, and ability to expand operations as necessary. It is not only about surplus. The Model Y Juniper Edition, which has drawn interest from both Tesla fans and the automotive industry, is another example of how the excitement surrounding Tesla is still going strong. This model was recently at the heart of a major information breach that gave early access to specifics regarding its features and design changes. The public and industry observers are becoming more excited and curious as a result of the swirl of internet debates and conjecture that this leak has generated. Such leaks have a wide range of effects, from stock prices to brand perception, and they bring to light the extreme scrutiny and tremendous expectation that surround every action taken by Tesla. Changing course, Elon Musk is pursuing a career in teaching in addition to technology and automobiles. The computer tycoon has launched a new school with the goal of fusing traditional education with cutting-edge technical research. Going back to Neuralink, Elon Musk recently revealed a major modification in the next iteration of the Neuralink implant during a live stream. There will be 8 electrodes per thread instead of 16. This decrease results from more accurate neuronal targeting, which increases system efficiency. Additionally, Neuralink engineers have big plans to increase the number of information channels in the brain, possibly as many as 3,000. The ability of the human brain and computers to convey data could be greatly enhanced by this enhancement. Deeper thread insertion and steps to stabilize the brain during surgery are 2 modifications to the implant process. By reducing hazards and improving implant stability, these advancements hope to open the door to safer and more efficient brain-computer interfaces. Elon Musk also talked about the wider ramifications of Neuralink, stating that provided both parties have a Neuralink device, the technology might completely change how people communicate with computers and even with one another. Notwithstanding the difficulties, Neuralink has the potential to enable communication at far faster rates than are currently possible. Musk estimates that users may eventually be able to communicate data at up to 1 million bits per second. What if communication could be considerably slowed down or accelerated? Imagine speaking at 1/10 of the typical speed. It would be extremely slow and possibly annoying. Turn that around and consider communicating 10 times faster than you typically do, or perhaps 1,000 times faster. Elon Musk's idea of AI symbiosis begins to take shape here. Regular human speech will seem excruciatingly sluggish to AI if it functions at the terabit scale, like speaking to a tree. The Cybertruck is still making waves in other news. The Cybertruck was just sent to Tucker Carlson for a week-long test in Romania by Elon Musk. In an in-depth 1-hour film, Tucker explained his experience and contrasted the Cybertruck with his Ford F-350. The outcomes? At Tucker's sawmill, the Cybertruck demonstrated enough capability to perhaps take the place of the Ford for a variety of jobs. The Cybertruck was tested against firearms as well, but they didn't stop there. This leads to the rise of cyber farmers, people who record themselves using their Cybertrucks for activities like towing large machinery or simply doing crazy things that, although not always useful, definitely add to the truck's rustic appeal. Despite the fact that the back frame was torn off, a noteworthy test conducted by Whistling Diesel showed the Cybertruck's ability to withstand harsh conditions, including being dropped from a height onto concrete, a true test of durability. When a Cybertruck owner made the surprising discovery of a V4 supercharger that greatly beyond the usual charging limits, the electric vehicle community was also a hive of activity. With a power output of 323 kilowatts, this modified supercharger significantly exceeded the typical 250 kilowatts limit. In addition to offering a preview of possible future developments in Tesla's charging technology, this discovery aroused interest and conjecture among both industry observers and Tesla fans. Soon after, Tesla's chief engineer explained that this was not a simple mishap or malfunction. Rather, it was a purposeful component in a set of carefully monitored experiments meant to advance the already remarkable charging technology from Tesla. In addition to enhancing the effectiveness and ease of charging electric vehicles, Tesla hopes to drastically cut down on the amount of time drivers spend at charging stations by experimenting with larger charging capacities. A wider spectrum of users, especially those who are worried about charging periods, may find electric vehicles more enticing and useful as a result of this breakthrough. Tesla's dedication to innovation and ongoing efforts to dominate the electric car market in every way, from performance to customer convenience, are reflected in the company's proactive approach to developing and improving the charging infrastructure. Going in a different direction, picture a video of Donald Trump dancing next to a Cybertruck that has his picture on it. That does exist. In the meantime, an employee's Reddit post caused a fresh leak of the Tesla Model Y Juniper project. Despite being quickly removed, The pictures are still making the rounds online, showing possible improvements like to those found in the Model 3, such as a distinctive taillight style that hasn't been seen in Tesla's lineup before, apart from the Cybertruck. In both public and private remarks, Musk has stated unequivocally that a specific product that was expected to ship this year would not. A Tesla employee may lose his job as a result of a regrettable error in which he neglected to hide his identify in a leaked photo. The first time would not be this time. Remember the time a staff member was fired for disclosing YouTube music as part of Tesla's software upgrade only hours before it was scheduled to be released. Positively, Elon Musk plans to launch Ad Astra, a new school in Bastrop, Texas, this September. Ages 3 to 9 are welcome at this innovative educational institution, which is especially made for young children. Ad Astra's goal is to foster an atmosphere in which critical thinking, creativity, and curiosity are not only valued but also serve as the cornerstone of a curriculum. The goal of this cutting-edge institution is to develop the next generation of problem solvers.